show y'all I made some lettuce tacos because I'm back on my keto thing, doing the right thing here. And I'm excited to try these because I haven't tried them with just lettuce yet. So I'll let y'all know how they skills. I'm pretty sure they're good though, because the only thing you're switching out is the taco shells. So hey y'all. So I wanted to come by and say this really quickly. This was on my little heart or whatever. So the past couple of weeks, I've been doing a lot of, just thinking and evaluating my life and different things like that, as one probably does a lot. But I was coming across this thing where I have been reevaluating a lot of friendships and relationships in general in my life. Especially when it comes to people who kind of don't respect me or my space or the person that I'm becoming. They don't know this person. They think I'm the same person, kind of things like that, right? So the thing is, growing up, y'all know the story of me. I went through a lot of childhood bullying. I went through a lot of bullying from family members, from other kids, things of that nature. It caused a lot of internal damage to my spirit, to my emotions, stuff like that. And it's taken me a long time to get to the point where I am now, which is I feel like I know for sure, like 1,000,000,000%, that I deserve the love, the respect, and appreciation that I give out. I don't care if it's my mama. I don't care if you're my best friend. I don't care if you're a boo, whatever. That goes for everybody. I deserve the love and respect that I give out. I know that I'm a good person to everybody who I love. I know I am. I just know for a fact that people appreciate me and they tell me how much they appreciate me. The ones who really, you know what I'm saying? Especially the ones who leave and try to come back, that kills me. But the thing is, when you're a good person, because I'm not the only good person in the world, when you're a good person and people leave your life, they will try to come back because they will realize that there's something missing. There's something missing out of their life. And now this is totally up to you, whether you want to let them back in or not. You do not have to let anybody back in. I just want to make that crystal clear. When somebody chooses to walk out of your life, or when you choose to let somebody go, that is a golden opportunity for your self-love, your self-appreciation, your self-respect to improve. And just know, the best way I analyze it is, you can't go into Neiman Marcus and ask them to give you Dollar Tree and 99-cent store prices. They're going to laugh at you. You know that, right? And you need to treat yourself like Neiman Marcus at all fucking times. All of them. Williams-Sonoma, Neiman Marcus, period. That's it. That's the line. That's it. And if you can't respect me like Neiman Marcus and Williams-Sonoma, baby, the door. Okay? Because I feel like in my spirit that everybody deserves that respect who is giving out that kind of respect and love to those who, are important to them. And if anybody ever takes you for granted, it's not you. It is not you. It is them. And I hate to break it to some of y'all, but some of y'all toxic. Okay? We all got little things that we do that are kind of toxic, I feel, whether it be a lot toxic or just a little bit. But, I think one thing that we need to stop doing, I think that we should normalize that people just shutting the door and being like, okay, all right, I can see that. Instead of turning around to gaslighting people. I hate when people gaslight me. I try to, at least. I just don't have the time. I really don't. I don't. And I don't really pay too much attention to it when they start to go down that road. Now I officially know it's not me. Because when you gaslight somebody, it's never the person who you're doing it to. It's you. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to come by and say, if you are a Neiman Marcus, or a Williams-Sonoma, or a Nordstrom, honey, please do not let these people who only want Dollar Tree and Big Lots and 99-cent store friendships try to get in your store and bring down your price. Every time they leave, the price go back up. So, the price goes back up for your sanity, for your mental health, for all that shit, for your self-respect, everything. It goes back up. So whenever somebody leaves me on my life, or I decide it's time for us to separate, the price goes up the moment we separate. Okay? I just want to let y'all know that. But I just want to let you guys know that. So if anybody is struggling with that, just know you're enough. And you don't need anybody to validate you. You don't need anybody to come around and say, hey, you're enough. I guess. As long as I think you're enough. As long as you're doing what I want you to do, you're enough. You don't have to do that. You really don't. Sometimes things just don't have to be explained. And if somebody is doing something to you that you don't like, you have every right, 1,000% right to walk away from them, to get them out of your life. If they're causing you any kind of, not bringing any kind of disruption to your peace, your mental health, you know what I'm saying? These are valid things that we have to consider, especially with everything going on in the world. We just have to always consider these things. But I hate to come to y'all in my bonnet because I'm getting ready to go to bed. But I just really wanted to say that real quick before I forgot. And, you know, my mind, she gets away from me sometimes. I have a lot going on. Sorry. I have a lot going on. So I really just wanted to come by and say that before I went to bed and I forgot. But the price goes up, y'all. Every time. The price goes up. So I don't have much time to talk. And I'm going to a car wash. But I did want to come by and say I got Dory back. I keep calling this car Cinnamon. I had Cinnamon in years. Dory back. And I actually have to get my shocks replaced because whatever I rolled over, which was a pothole, who fucked up my rack and pinion, fucked up my shocks. So I have to get those replaced as well. But for now, I can drive my car. She was so fucking dirty that I could not see out the back window. And I was like, okay, I have to get my car washed. And yeah, that's what I'm doing currently. So if you, they don't have to jerk me like that. But I did want to come by and tell y'all I got my car back, but I also have to get it fixed still. Till that's done, I can't do too much. And I have to get that done ASAP because, what you call it? Sorry. I work out in the Bay Area. So he told me that if I'm just driving around home, it's fine for a few months. But if I'm going back and forth to the Bay Area, which is where my mom and everybody stays, y'all know that, he's like, get that shit done a motherfucking sap. Okay? So my face is going through a lot, but I finally am able to use my, you hear that? My Starbucks cups. Why does it sound like that now? I just got the rack and pinion replaced, so I don't need no shit. I'm able to use my Starbucks cup now. So, it's always something. I'm gonna have to call Bao, who's the guy who, I'm gonna put their information just in case something goes on with your car and you're in this area, like Manteca, Stockton stuff. He's really good. He's really reasonable. He was drastically more affordable than the dealership, which I'm sure everybody is more affordable than the dealership. But, yeah. I'm gonna go because I need to find out what the hell that sound is. So, hey, y'all. I'm coming to y'all kind of, well, y'all can't tell what time it is when I vlog or whatever, except for like whether it's night or day or something. But y'all, I had to go to urgent care last night. So last Saturday when I went out with China Doll for her birthday, I hit my knee on the train. Now, I know you're like, damn, but yes. So what happened was I was coming through the little steps or whatever, and I said, bah! And I was like, oh, damn. Oh, my damn. So, you know, you in the moment, you kind of like, you know, going, doing stuff, whatever. And I wasn't drunk or anything because I really had stopped drinking the wine because it was nasty. Okay, everybody said in consensus the wine was nasty. It wasn't giving what it was supposed to give. But also they didn't do any dessert wines. They didn't do any sweet wines. They didn't do none of that. It was beautiful. Like, I'm glad we all said the same thing. China Doll had a great time. and we all, enjoyed the energy and the ambiance and the views, and that was great. What they should do is, they'd be like, hey, if y'all just want to ride the train and go from town to town, and you can get off and get on, you don't have to drink the wine. I think that should be separate. Like, if you want to drink the wine, that should be like separate. Because I would have been like, is it dessert? Well, I know Sherelle for sure would have been like, is it dessert wine? Because she likes sweet wine as well, because we both drink Stella Rosa, all that shit. Stella Rosa is pretty sweet. So I was coming up the steps and my knee. So essentially I was like, damn, that really did hurt. But I'm a grandma. So I was like, my body normally hurts, and things of that nature. Sorry, my mama texted me. Stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I do have arthritis in this knee. And, I was like, maybe it's just like in shock. So essentially it wasn't as bad when I first got on the train, because, we went out that night and all that stuff. So, we kept the party going. I was like, okay, cool. But it's not like I was standing up for hours, dancing or nothing for hours or nothing like that, right? So then Monday came around, because Sunday was a wrap. Last Sunday, child, please. I was sleeping most of the time. My cats were over me because their schedule was a little off, because I came home super early Sunday morning, and then I fed them, then I went to bed. Well, I washed my face, all shit, that. Then I went to bed, then I got up, I fed them again. I was very, very, very hungover, but that's why I don't drink wine like that in excess, because the hangover be so motherfucking real. It'd be so real. So if I drink wine, it's maybe like one glass or two at the most, and then I'm good, So I came home Sunday morning, had some Alka-Seltzer, Tylenol, all the shit. Ran down the list, I actually had some Pedialyte, because my family had brought me some a couple weeks ago when my stomach was upset. And stuff like that. So I was like, okay, I drank that all day. I wasn't nursing that Pedialyte, but I was guzzling. I was so thirsty. All I was drinking was water and Pedialyte. I didn't have no coffee. I drink at least 1 cup of coffee a day. I didn't have no coffee. I didn't have none of that. So Sunday and Monday, my knees started to hurt really bad. And Sunday night more started to go left. So I was like, okay, my knee's really, really, really bothering me. I was like, well, maybe, because when it starts to get cooler, if you have arthritis, wherever you have it at, it'll start to act up, especially if you got it in your knee. Whew, child. So I'm like, well, maybe it's getting cooler. It's not. It's hot as hell in Stockton right now. So I'm like, okay, it's getting cooler, blah, blah, blah. So then Monday come around, that shit is swollen. So I start doing like ice, heat, rubbing it down with Tiger Balm, aspirin, lidocaine patches. This other gel they gave me for when I had really bad pain in my hands from working at as a cashier. So I was doing all that, piggy, all that, and taking Tylenol and all that shit, right? So I'm like, damn, my knee is still going off. So it got swollen. Then it finally, Thursday night, the swollenness was like, okay, cool. But yesterday, it was still a little swollen. So I'm like, oh my God, and it still is hurting. So I called, I was trying to talk to the doctor. For some reason, my doctor that I just switched to, which is a black doctor, is out for like the past month and a half. I can't get in touch with her. I've emailed her directly through kp.org. She's not there. Other people are calling me for her because she's not in. And I'm really about to switch because I'm sick of it. I want a black woman doctor, and I know that seems like, oh, but I've had every other race. I've had every other race and gender. I've had white men, Asian men, Indian men, you know what I'm saying? Black men, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I wanted a black woman doctor because I'm always fighting to make doctors believe that there's something actually going on with me. I'm sick of that shit. And I'm like, as a black woman, maybe she'll understand the shenanigans the medical system pits black women through. And I'm not the only person who has this story. Unfortunately, I know a lot of black women who have the same story. So anyway, we dive motherfucking rest. I can't speak for any other race of wisdom, any other race of women, because I personally don't know their story. So if it's just not black women, I will believe that as well. So anyway, y'all. So basically I had to go to urgent care. So they did an x-ray last night and they're like, oh, well, it's not fractured, it's not broken. If that shit was broken, do you think I would have waited a week? What? What did she say? No, ma'am. I would have immediately been in the hospital that same night. Get the fuck out of here. So I was like, I know it's not broken or fractured, but it just hurts. And he's like, oh, well, you just gotta give it time. Just give it some time. And I'm like, obviously, goofball. But let me stop. He wasn't mean or nothing. He was just trying to help. So he was like, you just gotta give it some time and whatnot and all that good stuff. So I'm like, okay. And then he was like, well, just take Tylenol religiously, keep doing what you're doing, blah, 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 right? So I'm like, whatever. So last night I came back home. Number one, I had to go to South Sacramento to go to the urgent care because there's not one in Stockton. Stockton is literally the worst. Like, we have to leave Stockton for every kind of fucking specialist, every kind of fucking doctor. We have to leave. We have to go to the Bay Area or go towards Sacramento. And that is just trash. Trash. You understand what I'm saying to you? So I go there. And now I have to drive myself back home and then the way they have the pharmacy and shit set up in Sacramento, they're doing construction. So fuck you if you got a leg thing going on. Nobody was like, oh, well, scooch you over there. We know, your knee's fucked up. They were just like, it's over there. Go over there. I'm like, oh my God. So I'm walking and then the muscle in my knee is like pulsating, y'all. So I'm like, oh my God. I'm sick of it. I'm fucking sick of it. Okay? But, yeah, I'm having so much fun with my knee. And I'm trying to speak positive things and be positive about it. But there's just a bit of anxiousness and anxiety that comes with things like this. Because while I am healing and nursing myself, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm by myself. I can't go to the area today. Something's going on with my car, so I gotta be cool for a little minute. So that means working is gonna be an interesting situation. So yeah, I'm gonna figure it out because mama needs to pay bills and all that shit, and now I gotta pay. No, I'm not gonna pay. Fuck them, because I'm gonna make Hyundai cover my warranty. They did me dirty for this damn rack and pinion, but Hyundai is going to cover me for these damn shocks. I guarantee it, because they did me smirk. I'm supposed to be under 60,000 mile warranty. They got out of that shit because I hit a pothole, and they're like, oh well, that's the state of California, you need to go to them. What? I got this brand new S car in 2019. It had 11 miles on it. I brought it from the dealership, okay? And you're telling me you're not going to cover my warranty because it was a pothole? Where the fuck you think we're driving? Huh? You think this is an inside motherfucking racetrack or something? The fuck you think going on? Of course it's potholes and dips and speed bumps and all that bullshit. What do you think cars are driven, goofball? Oh my God. Okay, I'm going to get off of here. I'm going to go. Because you know what? I don't have time.